me howling at the moon.
Hello, I'm Tactical Pascal, welcome to the channel. I hope this finds you all safe and well. This video is on how to use laser guided bombs in the A-18C Hornet in DCS World. Obviously it's not a good idea to use laser guided bombs when it's cloudy, so with the upcoming clouds in DCS World, use them while you can. So let's get cracking. So here we are in the cockpit of the F-18. Now we're going to move towards this island just in front of us in the Persian Gulf. That's where I've set up some targets to demonstrate how to use the laser guided bombs. Just turn on my mirrors. So first thing first, let's set up for air to ground. So we come to the left, master arm is on, air to ground mode. Now I don't want the map, what I want to have is my forward looking infrared. Now I want to check on the right hand side here that my laser track and designate is armed, because I'm going to use my own laser to guide my bomb. If I wanted to work with a JTAC or a buddy laser, I would use the LST, so laser search tracking. So we're going to leave it on LTD. So we can see here on our right MFD, we're not looking at anything except the sea. So I'm going to press sensor select to the right, and I'm going to slew up, and then move the pod roughly onto the island. Now I'm going to leave it there, so I'm just going to lock it to the ground there by using the designate button. Now I'm going to set up my bomb. Come across to the left, press the top left button, 82 laser guided, and now you can see here a flashing XXXX, and up here saying code, code, code. And then on my right hand MFD it's saying code as well, so it's saying my code is 1688. So come across to the bomb, I'm going to press code, press the button next to it, then 1688, enter. That changes the laser code. Let me step across to my right hand pylons and I'll put 1688 in as well. Then I'll move back to the left because I prefer dropping from the left first. So the bomb is set, the bomb will track on a code of 1688. So let's just steer a little bit towards the island, we're heading off to the right there. Okay, so we are now steady heading towards the target. So let's make sure we've got our bomb set up correctly. So electronic fuse to instantaneous, because I'm going to be attacking just ground targets, I don't need to penetrate through a bunker. Then I'm going to press mode auto. So it's going to give me this time to release up here. That is the computer telling me when I need to release the bomb. So at about 5 seconds I'm going to press and hold and then release. And I've got here distance to target, and that's distance to my targeting pod. So let's actually find the target. So first things first, let's go for the narrow field of view. Let's change it to FLIR and change it to black hot and move my pod around. Right, there's vehicles there to the left, so move across, that would be janky, and then I'm going to zoom in. So you can use the plus or minus arrows, or you can bind the zoom to your HOTAS, which I have. So what I'm going to do here is just track that target. Now at the moment my pod is just designating there. If it was a building I'd press sensor select right once. That moves it to area track, but because it's a vehicle and it can move, I'm going to press sensor select right once more. That goes to point track, so I'm tracking that sort of contrast area, so that's the vehicle on the ground. So now what I need to do is fly my velocity vector through the bomb fall line. So I'm going to come left and then right and roll out on that bomb fall line. We can see here, distance to target 18.6 miles, now that's distance here. We also got time to release 99 seconds, that's not going down because we're too far away. It also repeats that information here. Now we're not searching for a code, we're actually going to be firing it. Now if you wanted to fire the laser manually, you need to press the trigger button here, or you need to press the OSB, which will box the trigger button. Or you just leave it off. Now if you leave it off, This means the aircraft will automatically fire the laser when the bomb is about 10 seconds from impact. If you wanted to fire it yourself, you'd have to press and hold your trigger button. So I'm going to do it with the aircraft automatically lasing the target. So I'm flying towards it, we can see our countdown's going down, our distance is going down. When this number here, the release time, gets to about 5 seconds, I'm going to press and hold my pickle button, or the weapon release button. That's going to drop the first bomb off my left wing, and then it's going to guide down towards the target. Let me zoom out a little bit so we can see it a little bit better as we fly over. So 50 seconds, everything's set up, our code is selected, master arm is on, air to ground is on, we're tracking the right code of 1688, our code here is 1688. 35 seconds, we're just flying nice and gentle towards the target. We're keeping the bomb fall line straight through the centre of the velocity vector, keeping our wings level so it's a nice steady drop for the bomb. 21 seconds, 6.5 miles from target. Disadvantage with laser guided bombing: 1, if there's any clouds you can't do it. 2, it requires you to get really close to the target because you're guiding practically right on top of it. So we're approaching 5 seconds, press and hold weapon release and you'll see that line coming down as it goes through the velocity vector. Our bomb comes off. So you can see now our our time is replaced by 16 and laser. Now this is how long before our laser turns on. Again, it's repeated on the right MFD. So our laser is going to come on in 6 seconds. If we look at the bomb, it's not guiding towards anything. As the laser comes on about now, you should see it there, it goes, it's moving because it's found the laser. So it's going to fly towards that target and then it's going to blow it up. So let's have a look in here at our MFD. There we go, Splash 1 Scud Launcher. So that's how you do it yourself. It's very easy to do, but what we can also do is work with a JTAC. So if he is lasing the target, or if you've got a buddy lasing the target, you can fly and work with him. So I've set a JTAC up, so let's contact him now. So I'm going to change my frequency to 127,500, because that's the one I set up in Mission Editor. Then I'm going to contact him, so COM1 F4 for JTAC. I'm going to check in 15 minutes out. So the target is back on that island again.
Bravo Papa 6370 at 15,000. Armed with GBU 12 600 gun. Time on station is 0 plus 15.
So this is me telling the JTAC what I am, where I am, or what I've got. They'll hopefully respond.
Infield.
There we go.
This is Dark Knight 1-1. Type 2 in effect. Advise when ready for 9-line.
So you can hear me. He's saying advise when I'm ready to copy. So I'm ready to copy.
Line is as follows: 1, 2, 3, NA, 60 feet, MSL.
So it targets at 60 feet. It's an artillery piece.
5, 2, 1, 6, 8.
That's the position.
Marked by laser. 1,
Marked by a laser.
8, 8.
1688 is the code.
Meters. Troops in contact.
So troops in contact. What's the egress south? So we're going to come in from the north.
Further talk on.
So he's told me 1688 is his code. So what I'm going to do here is go to my LST. So I'm going to turn on my laser search and I'm going to make sure my code here is 1688. So let me tell him I'm ready to copy the remarks, and then we'll cover how we change our laser search.
Use GBU 12.
So he wants a GBU 12. So I'm going to read back and say, alright, no worries.
1680. Read back correct.
Cool. So now he's just waiting for me to come in. So let's say our laser search was something different. So if we went to our upfront controls, we've got a laser search. It was 1687, enter. So what we want to do is change this to match his code. So whatever his code is, we change it here. So we press UFC. Now because we don't have our laser designate on, this code is going to change the laser search. If we had our designate on, we would get 2 boxes to change, but it's the bottom one we want to change because that's his code. So the target's still over there. We're still on a gentle left-hand turn. So his code is same as ours. It was 1688. Enter. So now I'm going to turn towards the target, and I'm going to tell him I am IP inbound.
1-1. IP inbound. Infield.
So my pod is still looking over to our previous target. Now hopefully it's going to shift over in a minute when we get close to the target area, because we're going to track his laser. So we'll come around left, maintaining height. Again, bomb. We'd have to change the code here. Luckily we don't have to change it. If we did have to change it, it's the same as we've done earlier. Code, UFCs, and then change it. So we're rolling in, off to our left still. Now at the moment our targeting pod is still looking towards the wrong area. All we need to do is press that LST button on the bottom right, and that's going to shift the laser, or it's going to shift the pod onto the target. So hit LST, and when we're in range, that's going to drop down onto the target. So we're flying towards it, and in a second our pod will come in range, or certainly we'll pick up the laser spot from the JTAC, and we'll let them know. So we're going to say laser on.
1-1, laser on.
So you'll see all the symbology around the pod change. There it goes. So it's automatically moved to the target, and we're just flying towards it. So again, put the bomb fall line right through your velocity vector. Remember and trim your left wing down, because you're a little bomb lighter. So when I come across, same as before, wait until we get to 5 seconds, and then we'll hit the press and hold the button for an automatic release. Check that our electronic fuse is instantaneous, mode is auto, and we're flying towards 67 seconds. 10 miles out, we're just watching. So it's nice and easy to work with the JTAC. If you know the code, you know roughly the area, point your aircraft towards it, tell him to turn on his laser. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your dad's sister. 30 seconds to drop. I'll fast forward the time till we get to about 10 seconds. So at 10 seconds, we're just going to level our wings. 8, 7, 6. Press and hold the pickle button, and the bomb's going to come off about now. So that's one bomb gone. Heading towards it. We're not firing a laser. We're not doing anything with the pod. It's just automatically tracking what the JTAC had set out for us. We're going to run across to the right. Time to impact there. So that TTI is our time to impact. That's how long it's going to take before the actual bomb reaches the target. If you don't trust it, hit F6. You can see there our bomb's guiding straight towards it. Our JTAC's doing his job. His laser's on the scud. 1 second. And it goes. Splash. So that was dropping laser guided bombs in the F-18, and of course working with a JTAC as well. You can use that if you want to do buddy lasing. If it's helped, please hit a like and a subscribe. It's going to help the channel grow. I will be launching a Patreon very soon, and I'll cover the details as to why in a video soon enough. I'm going to link again the charity Mind in the description below. Remember, throughout this lockdown, this quarantine period, you're not alone. There's always someone to talk to. So with that all being said, thank you very much for watching, and until the next video, Tactical Pascale out!